Hey guys, welcome back to the Man Cave. I'm Chris Grimm, aka Mr. Reaper, joined by always is my partner in crime, Dark Dragon, and his brother Patman. We're finally here to give you guys a reaction video.
The top 5 ghost videos so scary, you'll cry like a big old baby.
Guys, this video is brought to you by Nukes Top 5. If you guys haven't checked out his channel on YouTube, please do. He provides amazing content, mostly ghost videos and scary videos. He puts them all in an order where he feels like is the scariest from the top to the bottom. Love his content. Been a big fan of his for quite a long time actually. Um, Guys, I know we've been on a lot of ghost videos on his channel before. You guys haven't seen this one, have you?
No, I
No.
haven't.
Okay. So what we're gonna do here, because I have seen most of it. I think the last one I didn't see, but I'm gonna call this a reaction slash breakdown. We're gonna go through the videos, and as they go through, we're gonna stop it and talk about it and kind of give our opinions about it, and maybe even come up with some scenarios that we may either debunk or agree with. So, gentlemen, let's not waste any time. Let's get into this. You guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and click this big old bad boy, and let's get into it.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera.
So spooky.
Attachment. Tammy Jermathy says that paranormal activity has become a regular part of her life. Tammy believes that a dark entity has attached itself to her and follows her from home to home, no matter where she moves. Tammy is so intent on capturing evidence of the supernatural activity that she experiences on a daily basis that she set up multiple motion-activated security cameras all around her home in Mountain House, California. For the first time ever, she captures what she has witnessed firsthand throughout her life on camera.
I'm gonna pause it right there. That was a lot to digest, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a lot.
First of all, let's go back on the dolly, also known as as a hand truck. You guys ever seen anything like that before?
Only if there's like a earthquake or something happening. Now this is in California, so it is very possible. I mean,
Yeah, but
here
to
we
be
get.
held perfectly angled like that
Yeah,
for
that's
a few
yeah. It would
seconds.
take quite the quake to do that, and you'd probably notice that even if you're in bed.
Yeah, and those things, man, they're not easy to just run into and make it like dingle. I mean, I handle those things every day at work, so that's what kind of tripped me out is how long it stayed angled
Yeah.
and then just how it just nonchalant just went back into position. Because I mean, if you try doing that, it's gonna wobble quite a bit.
Yeah, no,
So
it
even if someone was tucking it on a string on it, you're gonna tell when someone's messing with it.
right, unless they had like an elaborate string system on both sides.
Yeah,
Like
and this is something I
it's
want to bring up. This guy right here. Okay, I call these peakers. All right. Um, why do they do this? Why? Why in a lot of videos and personal experiences they always say this? They see something peeking out on the side. It makes me
so
wonder. Now,
a
go ahead.
lot of it has to do with like human psychology. We're like wired to see faces and everything,
Mhm.
and we're wired to always look out for predators and always feel like something's around us. That's why you get the heebie-jeebies when you're alone at night or something.
I get that, but like,
Right.
why? This is obviously an entity, right?
Y-
At
It
least
seems like
allegedly.
something like that.
Allegedly, but let's
Allegedly.
just allegedly, allegedly.
Allegedly. Sounds like that South Park episode.
I was thinking more of Letterkenny.
It's a South Park episode with Michael
30 bucks a
Jackson.
goose. Allegedly.
It's funny.
Okay, so back to this point. The thing is, let's say this is an entity, right? Guys, I believe it is, but anyways, I'll break that down in a little bit and you'll see. Um, every video I see, they always do this where they peek out on the side of a window, side of a door, wherever it is. It's always a peeker. Why do they do this? The only thing I can fathom is as people who, like, as living beings, let's say if they know they're dead, or maybe they don't know if they're dead. Is this them naturally peeking around the corner because they're afraid they're gonna get caught? You know what I mean? Because that's just a natural instinct. Like when you guys, whenever we try to sneak up on our friends, we always peeked around the corner just to see if we can time it and sneak around. I
Right.
wonder if that's what they're doing because they're afraid they're going to be caught.
Maybe.
Cautious action.
Yes, there you go.
It's
Perfect.
possible. I mean, it's possible, especially if they are entities. If it's not just like some kind of mirage or something.
Yeah, that's what. But I've always been curious about that. Why do they always peek when obviously they're not seen?
Right.
But again, like you said, Pat, it could be just a caution action. So let's go and get back to the video.
Her cameras capture extreme poltergeist activity as furniture and objects move on their own. And then, most terrifying of all, a pale figure can be seen looking out from behind a wall. And these spooky incidents are just the beginning of what Tammy captures on her cameras. On January 30th, 2020, Tammy packs up her life and moves from California to her new home in McKinney, Texas. Almost immediately after moving in, the paranormal activity starts up once again, and the events only seem to get worse as Tammy, her cats, and even her dog are terrorized by the dark presence in her home.
I just want to stop this because I want to, and I got to talk about this anyways. So, I feel like if that is a case, there's two things going on. One, it's either she moved into another place that just so happened to have ghost activity there.
Or
'Cause
it's
you gotta remember,
following her.
there's so I'm gonna get into that in a minute. So let me finish this one first. Um, it's plausible that maybe she moved into another house that has similar activity, and you gotta remember, death's all around us. There's no way in any way, shape, or form nowhere doesn't have any ghosts
Oh yeah,
or
every
death.
spot of the floor is a graveyard.
Exactly. Because I mean, we've been around here for billions of years, so it's like even if not us, some kind of an entity of some sort, whether it's
Right. Some kind of creature.
animals or
Some
something
dinosaurs
was
and
there.
shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So, which is crazy. Imagine hearing a freaking T-Rex roar, like a ghost
Oh,
roar.
out of nowhere. That
That
would
would
be
be
terrifying.
wild, dude. That would be so crazy, dude. Oh, I'm
Right.
getting chills just thinking about it. Anyways, back to the point. It is possible she probably just moved into the house that has a lot of activity in. Second thing though, like you said, it followed her. And one thing people don't understand, why does something follow you? Maybe it attached itself to her because this is a point I was making when I was watching this video, is I wonder if when ghost entities, you know, they see someone, I wonder if they kind of blend in with that personality. So let's say a lot of stuff she's into, this entity in a past life was into the same thing. So maybe that's why it wants to stick with her, because it's like, hey, I just found my new best friend.
Right.
Or if it's a male ghost, they're like, oh, like I found my wife. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm wondering if she has a certain kind of personality that it's just stuck to and drawn to, and that's why it stays around her.
Possible.
Like it's like I said, like what if she's into a lot of the, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I mean, like what if she's into a lot of the same programs they were watching TV, and they're just, what I mean, like they're like, okay, this person likes a lot of stuff I do. If I'm going to be here forever, at least I'm going to be with someone who at least gets me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wonder, because I've never heard that point being made.
Right.
Huh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds like an
interesting.
intelligent haunting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Why I wanted to stop it right here is because growing up, I don't know if you guys heard this too, but you're never supposed to look in a cat's or dog's eyes as they glimmer like this. My mom, my grandpa, my uncles, they used to tell me that these are called the eyes of the devil.
Huh.
And if you did it, you're gonna bring bad juju and bad karma on yourself, and also possible any kind of entities. Um, I never listened. I'd purposely looked into them like that because it
Yeah.
was just like me trying
It's
to
yeah,
be
no.
fearless.
That's just the way the cats and dogs see it at night. That's just their night
Yeah.
vision.
Yeah.
Oh, and I
That's an
understand
extreme
that, but
reflection of their
I was just
light.
saying, if I was wondering if you guys ever came across that too.
I can get where people would come up with that though, especially
Yeah, it's
nowadays.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Like
so
I understand like where it comes from.
yeah, but I just wanted to make that point real quick. So let's go ahead and go with the video.
All right.
So he's literally been standing there now for about 10 minutes. Won't come when I call him. Hasn't moved at all. just keeps staring in here at me. Really kind of creeping me out.
Watch this one close, fellas.
Oh shit.
Mind you, that was on a live video camera.
Right. Crazy.
Tammy's cat seemed visibly spooked by something we can't see. And as her cute little doggy is alone in the kitchen, a fork suddenly launches from the dishes in the kitchen sink and lands in an empty frying pan. Another area in Tammy's new Texas home that seems to attract a lot of supernatural activity is her bedroom, where she keeps a collection of antique dolls, old photos.
Well, I
Of
think we
course.
just figured out where the
There we
ghost
go.
comes from. Yep. Dolls.
Well, first of all, it's always the freaking bedroom.
God, I
It's
hate
always
dolls.
the bedroom that's the most haunted.
God, I hate dolls.
So, what was your guys' opinion on the dolls? What were we saying?
Dolls are a common thing for these things. Like, if they have dolls, like, I'm like, oh, that explains it. Get rid of the dolls.
Well, it's possible because another thing, I was watching this video and I was thinking like, again, I know a lot of paranormal activity tends to latch itself to a personal item. So again, like people don't like, haunted dolls and stuff. I wonder if like that specific entity's previous life was very attached to that doll, because I mean we all find ourselves attached to a certain item. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I mean, I have a whole collection, a room full of collectibles, but I don't know which one I'd be specifically tied to. But I'm just saying in general, like let's say if I was specifically tied to one, I wonder if I'd like be a part of that. And this is what makes me wonder if these dolls had something to do with it.
Right.
But it's also kind of hard to say because, like I said, like this doll could have, let's just say two scenarios. One, the doll could have belonged to an elderly woman, or when she was a child and she got this doll and she took care of it because it was like her most prized possession. She passes away and she becomes a part of the doll. Or I mean, this could be a doll she just randomly bought, like
Well, yeah.
got personally made. So we can't always credit that the dolls are causing it, but I mean that's just an ideal of what could be happening. Maybe there was a previous owner and that's why it's possessed.
Right. It's just personally, I don't like dolls. I find them creepy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Pat, I know I want to get your brother for his birthday.
No.
And clothing in a wooden and glass display cabinet.
Dragon, you want that one?
No. I'll burn it.
Over the years, Tammy has captured countless motion-activated videos of terrifying
What if you did and it just came flying at you while on fire?
I would kick it back into the
Oh,
fire.
I can hear you be like, "Oh shit!" and you just
Just
start
like
running
child's
towards
play.
the door.
activity in her home, and she begins to share her videos online on TikTok for the world to see. She immediately begins to receive a lot of attention from concerned paranormal fans as she frequently uploads her haunting experiences. To Tammy's horror, the unknown entity that she captured on camera in her old home seems to have returned with a vengeance.
Oh, hey.
A strange mist seems to appear in Tammy's kitchen, living room.
But see, is it vengeance or is this thing just like possessive over her? Like, this is my new boo boo, and
I
I'm not gonna let
don't.
her out of my sight. Like again, like are their personalities meshing together? Is he feeding off her similarities to him or she? I mean, we don't know if it's a girl or not. But regardless, like, is this thing becoming obsessive because it found a personality link with this individual?
I don't know. That's That's a good question.
Hard
If
to say.
that's what it is, this stuff is hard to explain really because it's like so outside of the realm of what we normally would conceive of as reality.
Understand as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. There's just a thought I have to put out there, and for everyone else that watches this video, just think about that. Imagine if a ghost does attach to you, not because it wants to harm you, but just because imagine if it's bonding with you. Like, to you, you're the bestest friend it's ever gonna have. So maybe that's some critical thinking that we need to start thinking about when it comes to stuff like this, whether it exists or not, is to take that consideration that maybe they really are friendly ghosts in a sense, and they're just trying to, yeah, get your attention. I mean, you got to remember, we don't know what it's like out there. If this is the afterlife, how scary is it not to be existent anymore, and you're doing everything you can to get that attention. Like, something falls off and you're freaking people out, oh, they know I'm here. Like, you're still going to be, it's just like when you post a picture on Facebook and one or two people leave you a comment or a like and they compliment you, you're gonna be like, oh man, they like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing for possibly these spirits, is maybe that's their way of getting your attention, to at least know that they're still existent.
Right.
Possibly.
It's
Like I said,
possible.
some thought food, food for thought as you're laying in bed and you're getting your toes licked by some ghost.
And bedroom. Creepiest of all, the same pale figure that she captured on camera in California seems to appear in her new Texas home's bathroom mirror. So what do you think is going on in Tammy's home? Could a dark entity have made a connection to her and now be following her from home to home, never stopping? As always, I leave it up to you to decide. You can watch all of Tammy's paranormal experiences over on her TikTok page, The Haunted One 36, and her YouTube channel, The Haunted One. Leave and die. Popular Japanese ghost hunters
This just got
Gachan,
real.
Daichan, and Yasuke from the YouTube channel Clip Store are contacted by a viewer who tells them the story of the historic Sabu.
I'm sorry, I sometimes can't stand watching Japanese ones, only because they get super loud. So I'm hoping these guys aren't, because I can't remember if they are or aren't. But sometimes they get really like screamy, so hopefully they don't deafen my ears.
Sabukawa Village in Miyazaki Prefecture, Japan. The small Japanese village was built
thing
way
is, they
back in
usually capture the
1597 in a
creepiest
remote
stuff, so
area
that's why it's
high
not
in the
worth watching.
mountains.
That's
the mountain
true.
village had no roads and was a bit dangerous to travel to. So by the mid-1900s, many of the villagers began to leave the settlement. By 1989, the historic 400-year-old Sabukawa village was completely abandoned. An anonymous viewer tells the ghost hunters that a few years ago, a friend of hers went to visit the decaying and empty houses of Sabukawa village, deep in the mountains. The urban explorer told her that he was confronted by an angry old couple who seemed to be living in the abandoned village. Strangely, they told him to, quote, leave and die. Allegedly, only 6 months after his journey to the village and the bizarre meeting, the man passed away. Now, the viewer says that as inaccessible as the mountain village is, it seems very unlikely that an old couple would be living there all alone. So considering the odd encounter and the man's subsequent death, the viewer is convinced that the people that her friend met were actually angry, vengeful spirits. The Clip Store team sets out to investigate whether the abandoned Sabukawa village might be haunted. When they arrive at the location, they realize just how hard it is to reach the town. They have to leave their car and continue hiking on foot. After they finally arrive at the village, the team decides to split up and meet back in 30.
As much as I want to do this kind of stuff, there's no fucking way you're getting me to hike in the middle of nowhere to get to a location that's allegedly haunted.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
I got balls, but I got brains.
Right.
and No way that's happening.
It's not worth
Just
it.
no way.
Not
30
worth it.
minutes. They all set timers on their phones and go their separate ways to explore. In the dead of night, Clip Store host Gachan discovers the ruins of an abandoned school. What happens next is downright creepy.
もう無理だね。うん、傾いてるしな。え？うん、傾いてるしな。え？
Fuck that. I
Yep.
hate the sound of footsteps, bro.
Footsteps.
I hate
Right.
footsteps.
Oh,
I don't know why.
in the
The
middle of
fact that
nowhere,
you hear
hearing
something walk
running.
around and nothing, see nothing, it just no.
I want sounds like straight wood too.
Yeah.
走る足音みたいな人。え？え？は？え？めっちゃ。誰？誰もいるわけないけどさ。
Gachan discovers that the building is on the verge of collapse, but still, from somewhere inside, he hears the sound of someone running, followed by the loud bang of something slamming or falling.
物音すごい。お、何？タイマー鳴った。いや、めっちゃ物音したの今入るから。ちょっとやって。
Shat a brick right there.
Right. I think I would too, probably.
30分経ちました。
I mean, I just gotta pause for a quick second. I mean, I freaking hated it when those Amber Alerts go off at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Oh my
annoying.
god, that scares the crap out of me every single time because you're just not expecting it.
Right? It's like what's happening? What's happening? Where's the tornado? Right?
Yeah.
戻ります。
Gachan's timer alerts him that the 30 minutes are up, and then there's some strange loud bang from inside the creepy building that seems to agree. Gachan returns to the entrance of the village where he finds fellow investigator Yasuke. The two guys wait for their friend Daichan, but he just never shows up. The guys start to get worried and decide to go look for him. After a long search, they finally find Daichan in what appears to be a long abandoned house.
大ちゃん。大ちゃん。大ちゃん。え？大ちゃん。
Daichan is confused and possibly dehydrated, just sitting there as if in a daze. But his camera is still recording. Fearing for Daichan's health and safety, they decide to just get out of there and make the long hike.
No offense, but you're a complete psychopath if you could just sit in the dark like that in the middle of the woods in a
Creepy
broken down
abandoned house. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just no.
Yeah.
That's too much right there.
Oh no.
At that point, you're creepier than the ghost, bro.
Right?
Car. Later, when they look back at Daichan's captured footage, they're shocked to their core. Daichan seems to have encountered something absolutely terrifying. This is the footage from Daichan's camera.
はい、それでは大ちゃんは今からこの山の上に登って。
この家めちゃくちゃ綺麗じゃない。今まで見た家より一番綺麗なんやけど、誰も住んでないよね。結構しっかり残ってる。うわぁ、仏壇、神棚が置いてある。家がある。めちゃくちゃ足がある。また時計だ。
unless I missed something here, a lot of that stuff that he's walking on and fell on, is it me or is that super clean?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's a torn apart mess, but
Yeah, but in the middle of the woods, you would think that there'd be like really dirt and grimy.
right. You think by now
gross.
the wind and rain and stuff would have gotten to it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
so
way
weird. I
worse.
mean, he did say it's unusually in pristine condition, but
Right.
I don't know. Like, still, you're gonna have bugs and animals going in there.
Right.
So, like, it's just weird how all that clothing and stuff on the ground that he fell on was relatively clean.
Yeah, that is weird.
ちょっと待って。ライトライト。
You are making a lot of noise, dude.
Right.
Daichan suddenly sees a bizarre pale face staring back at him from behind a door. In shock, he stumbles back and falls, but when he gets back up, the mysterious creepy face has disappeared. But then, as he turns around, he sees a man wearing a traditional Japanese robe, kneeling at a Buddhist altar.
To be honest, I think someone's living here.
Yeah,
Um,
I think someone was living here.
that pale face, maybe it's this guy's daughter, and she's looking out of curiosity. And when she got caught with the light, she probably ran back.
Right.
And he's there because obviously we didn't see this individual go in there to investigate.
Right.
And then this guy's just chilling here. So then, of course, everyone's like, well, why wouldn't he confront them? Well, he's probably terrified too. He doesn't know what's going on. So he's probably
Right.
just chilling. He's probably praying. And then not only that, when they get into the spiritual kind of trance of praying, they don't really pay attention to their outdoor surroundings. Am I right?
That's true. Buddhists are trained to like cut everything out from the outside world, so no stimulus. So
Yeah. So
he could have been there the whole time.
which would explain maybe they are homeless.
Yeah,
That's
they're
probably
like
why they're
homeless.
there, and then that's probably why all that stuff on the ground is more clean than usual.
Right. That's
So,
yeah.
because in a lot of reaction videos and breakdowns, I never see them ever comment on the area, and a lot of the times I see a lot of the areas are pretty clean to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting.
On the other side of the abandoned home. Later, when his friends find him and Gachan walks outside, the same terrifying apparition of the man in the robe can be seen at the window, just watching him as he leaves.
Right here. Yeah, see his face right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, I think again, that's just someone who's living there, and he's probably looking to see if they're leaving.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he probably just got out of his praying, and he's probably like, "Oh, what the hell's going on?" And then he sees these people leaving.
Right.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be
There he is, right there.
yeah, he's got way too much depth to be a ghost.
So
I
did
mean, it is possible
the
for
Clip Store
solid
team
mass,
capture
but
real
it's- I
paranormal
don't
activity
know,
in the
man.
abandoned Sabu.
Let's see.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Kawa
go with it.
Village?
I'm not gonna say it's fake. I'm just gonna
Let
say
me
that they
know
live there.
what you think.
Yeah, I think it's very possible.
Two-part investigation with even more scary paranormal moments over on the Japanese YouTube channel, Clip Store.
But again, that we're not
Before we
watching
move
the full
on to the
video.
next
So
video, if you see
Right.
anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. Now, if you've
Remember
watched
this guy,
Nukes Top 5 for very long, you know all about the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
Oh
For
yeah.
anyone new, here's a quick recap.
Yeah, this
So a
video
man named Kent Burris says
gets me
that he and
every
his
time,
family
dude.
live in a house that is
'Cause he's
extremely
gonna show a
haunted by
preview.
multiple ghosts. Over the years, Kent has posted over 100 spooky paranormal video captures to his channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
This one right here.
Okay, there he is, in the window again. You gotta say something or do something. Oh my God! No! Oh.
Now, in Kent's latest video series, he plans to
First of all, it trips me out how calm this guy is with this freaking thing.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of his videos, and this dude's just chill. Like, there's only been one time where he breaks out, and I think it's because he really wasn't expecting it.
Right.
But I mean, it's kind of crazy. This is an example of someone coexisting with their entity. And in my opinion, I mean, obviously, I pause it too so that way you guys can catch us. Ghost of Carmel, Maine, guys, check that channel out. It is insane. But I brings me back to that theory of I wonder if this thing's attached itself to him and is bonding with him in a sense of this guy reminds me a lot about me when I was alive. So I want to be around him as long as I can.
Right. It's possible.
Yeah, so anyways, another point I had to make.
spend 72 hours all alone inside his haunted home, as he believes this might ramp up the paranormal activity and also make the incidents easier to verify.
This video is about being alone in the lamb house for 72 hours. Because when you sleep in this house and you know there's other people in this house, you know, you question whether something was paranormal related, but you're not sure because there's other people in the house or the cats are in the house. Now, during this 72 hours, the cats stayed out on the porch
A
the whole
ghost
time.
man
Throughout the day and night,
in a
Kent
window.
captures multiple strange EVPs throughout his home, and some of the messages are truly disturbing.
Are you in the kitchen now? Female disembodied voice.
And some of the supernatural EVPs that Kent captures even seem to be chilling threats focused directly at him. Now, as Ken is recording EVPs, he is also capturing video. When he reviews his footage later, he realizes that he captured.
I just want to point out something real quick. If you know, let's just say this thing's going on. I don't think they're directly at him because a lot of that stuff that seems to be going on, it seems like interactions between entities. So maybe he's just able to pick it up, and you know that entity's pissed at that person who called and said, "You smell like shit," is telling that person, "You're dead."
Mm,
You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if that's also what's going on with that.
that's possible. I'm not
You know, because
sure, but it's possible.
yeah, I mean, who knows? And that'd be kind of weird, like if you could smell as a ghost.
Right.
And you know, I have a crazy thought. I'll talk about this at the end of the video because we got to get through this.
Right.
Something else in his house. Something absolutely horrifying.
Now, when I was doing the captions on these EVPs, I noticed something really strange by the steps. Well, I went to brighten it up and just to check it out, just out of curiosity.
See, there's that beaker again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
dark figure with an odd distorted face seems to be peering at Kent from around the corner of a
Almost looks like a
doorway,
skull.
but it's so dark that he doesn't even notice. Later, Kent heads upstairs to film in his bedroom, but he suddenly hears an odd, unexplained noise right behind him.
Now, when I go through the door of the bedroom, I hear a strange sound behind me, and I turn the camera around really fast. Now, I didn't see anything there, but out of curiosity, when I was going over these recordings, after I saw what was captured on the stairway, I also lightened up the recording from when I spun the camera around, and there was another strange anomaly captured.
Kent hears the noise, and as he spins around, he captures an unexplained shadow that seems to descend the stairs and disappear from sight. So did Kent capture evidence of the paranormal in his home? Check out his full 2-part series over on his channel, Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, and decide for yourself. Viewer videos. Nukes Top 5 viewer Jordan Bai sent in a video that he took while on an exploration trip to Bodmin Moor in Cornwall, England. Bodmin Moor is a very remote...
Before we get into this next panel, what do you guys think of that one?
I think that guy has some of the creepiest videos on YouTube. I don't even care if they're
Yeah.
fake, they're good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, his videos give me chills every single time, and I did
Me
get them
too.
at work when I was watching that face pop up, especially like the empty eye sockets.
Right?
But
It's
it
like,
does kind of go in coordination with that other entity he keeps catching in his bedroom, because there's been times where he catches it and you can kind of see its face. It looks like it seems like it's the same thing. And again, it may be something that's just bonding with him. I don't know, but
right.
it's kind of crazy because from what I've heard, it's never brought him harm. It's never done anything to him. It's just somehow this damn thing can make itself appear.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a trip how it just appears from the window as if nothing was there. It doesn't even cast a shadow really until it comes in.
Yeah, it's really weird, huh?
It is weird. I mean, like I said, even if his whole channel turned out to be fake, project or something, I would say, it was really good. It was better than any horror movie.
It's kudos. Go freaking work for a company.
Right?
80-mile stretch of land that is full of eerie legends and historic abandoned properties and ruins. The area is so remote that Jordan and his friend James Wheeler had to walk 3 hours into the wilderness just to find it. One bit of famous folklore from this area is the gruesome tale of Charlotte Diamond, a young girl who in 1844 had her life tragically and brutally taken on Bodmin Moor. The man who took her life, Matthew Weeks, was hanged for his crime, and to this day it is said that both of their spirits roam the moorlands. So, Jordan and his friend James are taking videos of an abandoned home in the middle of nowhere in Bodmin Moor, and they capture something truly chilling. Did you see it? When the footage is slowed down, the face of a child can be seen looking into the window from the other side of the abandoned building. Jordan doesn't even notice and has no idea what he's just recorded, as the little face seems to just duck away from the window. The explorer claims that he and his friend James were the only ones there, and he believes that the face might belong to the restless spirit of Charlotte Diamond, the girl who lost her life there so many years ago.
Okay, but how would that be her face as a little girl if they just showed her as an adult?
Maybe that's not really a picture. That's just an artist recreation of what she would have looked like.
You might be right.
Because I don't even think they had cameras back then.
True, but that's a damn good picture.
Sure.
But yeah, still. And as far, I mean, look, yeah, you can see. I don't know. This is so weird, though.
I know,
I feel
right?
like this one's got to be fake, dude. Because like, look at the angle like who in their right mind does this where they look to the side and have their eyes facing this way to look inside of a window?
Yeah, no, that's very unrealistic, isn't it?
Unless I'm looking at it wrong.
I don't think so. I'm
No,
seeing
that's
what you're
no,
seeing.
because look, yeah, because look,
Yeah,
here's the
the
head,
head. You can
here's
see
the
the hair. You
nose,
can see like the outline where the hair would be or something.
yeah, here's
Eyelid
the
or the eye
eye,
socket
and
at
it
least.
looks like it's facing this way. Like who freaking looks that way?
Right. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this has to be fake.
Right. I'm not entirely sure, but
The
it
angle,
definitely
I
could
mean,
be.
yeah, I mean it could be a ghost, but even a ghost, like why would you look like this? Like that's just weird.
Maybe you can't
Awkward.
choose what you look like.
No, I get that, but I mean like looking into a window like this, like how would you even like
Peeking.
yeah, well how would you peek like that? Like just get it like peek right now, look
That's
behind
doable.
you. But through a window like that and that angle?
I mean, it's doable. It's not comfortable, but it's doable. But wouldn't be comfortable. And you wouldn't see a lot because you'd be cutting off part of your
Yeah.
vision.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Like that just seems weird. Like you think her face would be facing forward, looking up, and the eyeball would be right here, not facing backwards.
Right, because that looks like a nose pointing there.
Yeah, that looks like a nose right here. I thought maybe it was an ear.
Yeah, I thought that too, but nah, I don't think so. Unless it's just
Unless
the camera quality being zoomed in and cut off part of the ear.
What do you think that this could be? Let me know.
I don't know. That is a weird one.
Right.
In another creepy video, Nukes Top 5 viewers.
The only other option I can think of is if maybe it, like if it's an entity or person, it's that where they're catching angle where they're like, they're walking and then they turn around and they're like, oh crap, someone's in there, and then they try and take off on the direction.
Right. Right.
That's the only other
Tosses
thing
from
I
the
can
city
think
of Kozani,
Yeah.
Greece claims that he was on his way home one night when suddenly he hears a very bizarre sound. He quickly takes out his phone and begins to record.
Oh, this one. Yeah, fuck that. It gave me chills.
Yeah.
Dude, like, what would you do if you heard that?
I would run very fast.
Which way?
The other way.
The other way.
You run away. You don't go towards the building. You go out. You leave.
Explains that the small structure is the entrance to
This
the
guy's
town's water
unusually happy
tank,
for finding
and he
this.
believes that whatever he's hearing
Like unusually
might be
excited.
something
It seems like
echoing
I could be
from
wrong, but he
inside the
sounds
tank.
excited. It's just a,
But echoing from where? Either way, whatever the sound is remains a mystery to this day.
What if somebody fell in the water tank and needs help?
yeah, exactly. That's what they were assuming.
Right.
Viewer Jessie Chapman claims that late one night her sister, who lives in West Virginia, captured something very strange on her CCTV doorbell camera, and she simply can't explain it.
This is a wonderful video to watch before you go to bed. I'm about to watch some TikToks.
A creepy translucent figure appears to be walking on the lawn right in front of Jessie's sister. But Jessie's sister says she didn't see anyone or anything at the time, and she has no idea what the security camera captured that night. But whether it's something paranormal or just some very, very odd video glitch, as always, I leave it up to you to decide.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, that one's hard.
That's a tough one.
It looks like someone walking and turning into mist which
It does,
it
but
could have
this-
been. It could have
like
been
you said, it
fog,
could be,
localized
but like you
fog or
said,
something.
It could be also a video
It
malfunction.
could be a glitch video. As we know, technology glitches quite quickly and easily.
Yeah, exactly. So I wouldn't put it past me if that's what's going on, but that's a tough one.
That's another thing about little corners of cameras when it's not super clear and it always looks like a fog. I'm always like, but what if that was just the camera glitching or seeing something and focusing on a piece of dust or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because, I mean, if a little particle of dust floats in front of the sensor, it's going to try to autofocus on it, and it's going to cause other parts of the video to distort in weird ways.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, that's why it's always a tough one. That one's kind of a hard one too.
Especially with night vision because of the IR nature of it,
yeah,
of
and
the
if you're
light.
just picking up that spectrum, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay.
Scarecrow. Paranormal investigators Kevin Barranco and Fabio Adalco from the popular YouTube channel Archivo Extinto travel to an abandoned farmhouse in Mexico that locals claim is extremely haunted by a bizarre humanoid entity that they call, quote, the Scarecrow. It is said that an elderly couple who used to live in the large farmhouse tragically passed away after being abandoned by their own family. Their remains were not discovered for many years, and the farm was left in a severe state of decay. Over the years, local residents and even visitors to the farm began to tell the frightening story of a scarecrow-like spirit that terrorizes anyone who dares to set foot on the haunted property. Ghost hunters Kevin and Fabio set out to investigate whether the stories are true.
Batman.
Very soon after the guys arrive, they find something strange hidden behind a pile of bricks. And immediately after they pry it loose and pick it up, they witness something downright creepy.
No hay como un palito como para sacarlo, güey. Está súper atorada, güey. Está súper atorada, güey. Con un dedo trata. Ya. Sí, es como una pipa, ¿no? Creo que sí. ¿Sigues? Ah, no mames. ¿Qué?
Thing about doors is single, you can easily fake that.
Yeah.
It's so easily fake.
I
I'm not
know.
saying it is fake, but it's too easy because it's gigantic, in the middle of the dark. All you have to do is have someone standing right here and just pull it from the inside. I mean, unless there's no way, nothing in there, but I doubt it. There's normally some kind of a brace or a locking mechanism right here that you can grab. You remember, guys, you don't need a lot of grip to grab onto something and pull it. Like, you get enough on there and you just get that force going, you're good.
Yep.
What the hell is in his hand?
Me lo llevo. Cuidado.
Look how easy he opened that.
Right.
Now, I mean, I don't know. I don't see nothing there, though. You know what I mean?
¿Alguien se metió?
Right.
Ooh, actually,
Kevin
yeah,
and Fabio
you can
find
fake
an
that
odd
one
small
because...
figurine hidden underneath a
Let's see,
pile
real
of bricks.
quick. Because there's like, see that crack right there?
Uh-huh.
All it takes, I mean, look how easy it is for him to open that, because it's just like light flip.
Yeah.
He opens it, and then, watch, let me show you, right up here, let him get into angle.
¿Alguien se metió?
Right there.
Yep.
Dude, that's all you need. Stick your fingers in there and you pull it apart. I
Yep.
don't care what anyone says. A lot of people seem like, again, I'm gonna be that guy that will nitpick everything I can, because I mean I've done this stuff.
Right.
It's funny, but at the same sense, like I said, you don't need a lot of force here. You stick a few fingers in there,
Yep.
and you pull back on it. It's gonna give you a slamming motion. Gravity's gonna help you force this door closed, or you can even get up here again. And it's dark outside. Their backs are turned, so all it takes is a quick boom, boom. You're done. Like, these things take seconds. They don't take minutes, and they don't. Like I said, it's easy to fake this stuff.
Yeah, especially
And
when
that's what's
you're
going on.
alone
I'm
in the
just
dark.
saying, explore your possibilities.
Yeah, especially when you're alone in the dark and you have no constraints really.
Exactly.
Like, and you can be as loud as you want. Yeah, it's really not a big deal to just kind of throw it.
Exactly. And don't forget, they're trying to get content.
Kevin and Fabio
Yep.
find an odd small figurine hidden underneath a pile of bricks. And then suddenly, right behind them, a door closes on its own.
So
Two
even if
explorers
you tried, you
immediately
couldn't
head
see
in
the
to
fingertips.
investigate.
Right.
But they find nothing to explain the door's movement. As they continue to look around, things take
And
a
one thing,
terrifying
I gotta
turn.
stop real quick. One thing that they fail to do if they are trying to catch factual evidence is they never film the ground.
Yeah.
Show me there's no damn string. Show
Right.
me there's nothing to pull that door open. You're supposed to explore the whole thing. If we ever do this, gentlemen, we are doing that because I want to show that this stuff is actually happening. But they never show the full thing.
Or if nothing happens, we'll show you that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
But
big
like I said-
possibility that nothing will happen. We'll just be sitting there in the dark.
Well, at that point, we wouldn't even really show it off then. But
We'll show it a little. we did the trip. We might as well.
Little, but we'd be honest in the video. But regardless, my whole point is like there's so many ways to fake a fucking closing door. I'm sorry, but there is.
Yeah, the closing
Show
door
the
trick
bottom
is
of the door to show that there's no rope, there's no string, there's no bar,
no
nothing to
Hollywood
pull it.
magic. Yeah.
Exactly.
Güey, 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 allá, 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 cuidado, cuidado. Se vio algo allá. Güey, 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 allá, 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 cuidado.
Scared the shit out of me. See that?
Right. I think someone's living here.
Güey, 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 allá, allá, allá.
Either someone's living there or that person could be with them.
Right.
Cuidado, cuidado.
Or a cartel might be using it.
But this is where it doesn't get explained. So watch this. No cuts. At least not from what I can tell. Oh, right there was a cut.
A little bit of a cut.
No sé, pero algo se vio. Solo vi que algo se metió aquí, güey.
Güey, no me asustes, ¿qué viste?
Aquí, güey.
No me asustes, ¿qué viste?
Fue una sombra negra. Justo aquí, en este lado, güey. Aquí.
Yeah, they're.
Aquí como si se fuera metiendo
No.
hacia acá, güey. ¿Sabes?
¿Aquí?
Sí, güey.
I don't know,
Kevin
man. It's
spots
tough to say
someone or
because that
something
guy's
looking at them from
reactions
behind a doorway.
are a little too genuine.
rush over,
and
but
one thing,
again,
like I said, I'm a
no
nitpicker.
one there.
Let's see if it shows it again.
That's when the two friends hear a blood-curdling.
Look how sweaty and greasy this guy's getting.
Yeah, no, he looks like he's legit terrified.
Yeah, so
yeah.
maybe they're not faking it because
It's hard to fake that kind of terrified. I mean, you can obviously.
again, I look for small points like this, and like I said, if you look sweaty, greasy, I don't
Those
care if it's
bug
hot outside,
eyes.
yeah, bug eyes. This is natural reaction of fear.
Yeah,
of
those bug eyes. That's
nervousness.
adrenaline. Those
Yeah.
wide eyes. That's
deep growl or
adrenaline.
shriek coming from somewhere nearby. So did Kevin and Fabio capture the sinister humanoid entity that the locals call, quote, the Scarecrow? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
Man, that's the tough
You
one.
can check out this full investigation and many more creepy videos
That door
over
one
on
I'm
the
not
YouTube
buying.
channel Archivo Extinto. Thanks so much for watching.
Top 5 videos that's so scary you'll cry like a big old baby. Gentlemen, what'd you think of them?
They were pretty good. I got some good back shakes out of it. I don't know what those are called.
Chills.
Chills. Yeah, I got some good chills out of it.
Yeah,
Couldn't think of the
short
word.
Fine.
Couldn't think of the word. It's late.
Pat, what'd you think?
I thought they were very interesting.
Any
Some
videos that
pretty
stuck out to you guys?
convincing.
Yeah, anything in specific stick out because for me the two creepiest was definitely the fourth one and that one where that dude's screaming and thing, like I could still hear it. That's why I'm gonna have to watch something just to get that noise out of my head.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. The
Um,
screaming one
Oh, the Ghost
is.
Caramel Main, that's what it was. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Ghost Caramel Main and the Screaming one were the two that really got me going. Just because, like, man, that thing's face is just enough to haunt you. And like I said, the screaming in the tank is either A, it is a ghost, or B, there's someone stuck in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, maybe somebody should go in there and make sure that there ain't people in there.
Yeah, and the last one's very questionable. It could be a bum there. It could be them messing around making content, but the guy's reaction's too much to really discredit. I mean, if he's acting, then damn, he should be a real actor because that was really good.
Right. He seems to have figured out how to activate his adrenaline on command, which is
Right.
not an easy thing to do. Trust me, because I can do that. So it's not easy to do.
Exactly. Well, guys, I hope you guys like our reaction and our breakdowns. Again, if you guys haven't already, give Nuke Top 5 a follow and a like. Like I said, he produces really good stuff, man. And another thing I forgot to mention about Nuke's Top 5 that I really like about his channel is he tends to get a lot of exclusive content from other people who record stuff, and they just don't feel like posting it because they feel like they're not going to be liked, or they're not going to be believed. So he gets a lot of stuff that's never been on the internet, and I think that's really wicked. So um guys, if you like what you saw, if you like our reaction, please leave a like and follow, and also a share button if you guys don't mind. Let us know if you want to see more stuff like this. We do plan on doing a lot more reaction videos, whether it's, scary videos, funny videos, gross videos. We plan to do it all. Guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next run.
Thanks for coming, everybody.